Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good morning. Good morning. You know, your host, your guy, DLG Reppin. There's no time for me to be playing. I'll sit here doing my interview with a lot of praising. Cut the lyrics, man. Cut the lyrics. That's not me, man. Yes, your guy DLG Reppin, yeah? Today, we can talk about Newcastle United and their imminent takeover, but with a massive spanner in the works. But I'm going to start off with Arsenal. Now, how long has it been since Kroenke came out and publicly stated that he's going to inject some cash into the club? And some of you moratic Arsenal fans out there in the planet all stating that it's going to be for the board, the sake of the players. Well, you don't know yet, obviously, so let's wait and see and keep quiet. He said that he's going to inject some cash into the club. Well, let's see what happens. But one thing for sure, you know, I don't know why fans are shouting. I'm not mentioning no names, but it's fucking me off quite a bit that fans are talking about Arsenal having to depend on free signings or loan signings. First and foremost, that's fucking bollocks. And I say fucking bollocks with a capital B. There's no way you can tell me that Arsenal don't have any money. What goes through the turnstiles per home game? 3 to 4 million we make out of that. And that's per home game, yeah? The executive boxes that we sell every fucking home game. Don't fucking tell me that we don't reap any profit from that, because we do. You know? But yet, I do question our board of directors. You know, I do criticise Stan Kroenke within the reasons. And the reasons why I do criticise you, Stan Kroenke, is because you have publicly come out and stated that you're going to inject the cash during this coronavirus pandemic. Yeah, it's all good and well and saying that, yeah? But there's doing it. You know, action speaks louder than words. And I've had a fuck enough of the talk, the fuck enough of the link up with players left, right and centre. You know? But then again, as an owner, how much have you put in? Not that much, by the looks of it. Maybe it's true, you haven't even put a fucking penny in. But that ain't excuse, any reason for you not to put any money into the club and do what you need to do. And as for you guys who work behind the scenes recruiting the players, what the fuck are you recruiting? Just look at the fucking shit that we've got in our squad. It's just not good enough, the individual shit that we've got in our squad. What the fuck? What the fuck are you doing? Not a fucking good job at it, that be. And I'm having this fucking rant because it's been long overdue. I've tried being nice, but it ain't good enough. Ain't fucking good enough. And I want something sorted out this summer. Otherwise, yeah, if this happens to be true, if there's any truth in this, and by the way, it was the Mail or the Daily Mail that stated that well, how can I put it? We are affected through the coronavirus pandemic. Well, for me, that is a load of bollocks. That's a load of bollocks. And if it's come from John fucking Smithers Cross, then no surprise. He just writes a lot of bollocks. That cunt. Fucking hell. Alright, I might take that cunt back, but fucking hell, John Cross. You get this wrong, which is likely you're going to look like a right cunt. I'm just telling you plain and fact. However, if there's any truth in it, then I'll take it back. Because I'll tell you something, if there is any truth in this, that Arsenal are depending on fucking free signings, swap deals, loan deals, then we're fucking going to end up shit again. Another fucking write-off. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you why I say this. It just shows their lack of ambition from the fucking football club. Raul Sanli, in your role, you've disappointed us of recent. At the beginning of your reign, you brought smiles to our faces. You cheered us up. But at this present moment of time, you have fucking disappointed us. You have really fucking disappointed us. Your decision not to allow O'Leary or even consider O'Leary on the board. That just shows me a lack of knowledge of Arsenal, arrogance, and a lot of fucking violation. Them three together is enough, more than fucking enough to piss us off. Edu, what's going on behind the scene? Josh Kroenke, the only words I've heard from your lips was, Arsenal fans, do be excited. Does it look like his face is excited? Huh? Does this look like an excited Arsenal fan? I ain't fucking happy, aren't I? And Vinay Venkatesham. There's one or two fans that come on their channel and have called you the next Gazidis. I don't want to personally believe that, but you're not showing me anything to suggest otherwise. Because it was you, and I think it was Raul that went to Arteta's house and appointed Arteta. Now, I ain't got a problem with Arteta. Not at all. My problem is some of you guys in the boardroom, you know? You're throwing him underneath the bus deliberately. Just like it was with Wenger, which had nothing to do with you lot that I've mentioned. Just like it was with Unai Emery. You threw him underneath a bus. You know, I've got mixed emotions with Emery, but I'm starting to take to Arteta a lot more. You know, we had a shit start with Emery. Results were not going our way. But, you know, it was a combination of the players and management fault there. But as I see it, yeah, if this happens to be true, we could be fucked. We could be fucked to the point where we're struggling between mid-table and relegation. That is the reality in the next 2 to 3 years. Because you're not showing Arsenal fans any ambition. You're not showing no ambition at all. I don't like to be realistic, but I'll tell you something. I don't have confidence with the players that we've got in front of our fucking very own naked eyes. How the fuck am I going to have confidence in any of the players, especially if you decide in the last minute you'll sell Aubameyang and for a cut price of 30 million? That's not good enough for us. That ain't fucking good enough for us. And who are we going to replace him with? Someone unknown. And we don't know how good or shit this unknown player is going to be. Let's be real. Our midfield is a shambles, and so is our defence. Both key areas of our team is a shambles, beyond a fucking shambles. So Arsenal, all I'm asking you guys to do is fucking sort it out. Fucking fix up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, young boys and young girls, do excuse my language, but the whole situation is starting to piss me off a bit. It is getting to me. All I want to see is an ambitious Arsenal football club. I want to see an ambitious football team on the field. Away from home, we're always abysmal. Our performances is always abysmal. You know, the last game that we played competitively, we got away with a 1-0 win. We got away with a 1-0 win. We were fucking shit. West Ham had more than enough chances to get the result they would have deserved and they should have got. They should have come away from the Emirates with 3 points. Fact. Pablo Mari, he was all right in that. He was not bad in that game, but he went down to ground that very day. West Ham hit us on the attack. Luis 2-on-1. Luis was all by himself, but the ball that was played in by Antonio was dog shit. Otherwise, yeah, they would have got themselves the result they would have fully deserved. And Leno had to make a couple of saves. And that's been the story of our season. Leno's making more than a couple of saves. But off the pitch, I'll tell you something. We're hearing stories on stories and more fucking stories on Aubameyang being linked with moves to Manchester United, Chelsea. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I had to choose one of the two to sell him, I'd rather him go Chelsea because I cannot, for the life of me, stand cunt Chester United, whatever Chester United you want to call them. I cannot stand that club from Salford. And it best not happen again. You thought the first time we would have learnt from our lesson from doing a deal to sell Van Persie to that team, to that lot in Salford. And he goes on to score how many Premier League goals to get them lifting the Premier League title. It felt violating that they done it at our expense. And then we didn't learn again. Alexis Sanchez going, you know where? Scum Chester United. But we get Henrik Mkhitaryan in return. That guy has been beyond the disappointment. It's hard to use that word. I want to use a harder word, but he has been dog's shit and beyond. For me, his performance has been dog shit. We should get rid of him. Let's cut our losses, and let's try, for the life of me, to bring in players to make a difference. And speaking of which, I'm going to talk about the contract situation with Bukayo Saka. Now, he is stalled on a 5-year deal because 30 grand ain't enough for him. Really? You are only on 3 to 5 grand a week. What is wrong with 30 grand? What is wrong with 30 grand? You weren't worth sweet fuck all beyond 2 years ago. And now, beyond 18 months to 2 years ago, you weren't worth sweet fuck all. And now you're turning down 30 grand. All right, you've had good games this season. You've done well when asked to come in at left back. You've done well. Overall, you've done well, but I think you need a reality check. You've got to do it next season before Arsenal can consider giving you a bumper deal. And don't get me wrong, you deserve to be rewarded, and I think you should take that 30 grand. It's a massive pay rise compared to what you're on now. 30 grand a week. You can still pay your taxes. You can still pay the mortgage. You can still save up to buy a house, buy a car, It won't take you that long with 30 grand. It'll still get you somewhere. All right, maybe you want to be up there with the bigger earners. Maybe you feel that you deserve to be up there with the bigger earners. But anyway, if you want to argue, or if you want to say something, yeah, just leave your fucking comments below. No, excuse my language. You know, leave your comments below, yeah. Drive the thumbs up like button more than a down, and please do subscribe to my channel, DLG, yeah? Right, moving on from Arsenal, Newcastle United. Now, the takeover has been imminent for days and days and days. And one report has come out on the news that one of their owners, or one of their main owners, he's under investigation. Now, an ex-wife of this owner apparently has accused him of instigating a murder that happened back home in Saudi Arabia. Now, the owner himself has denied of any wrongdoings. However, it seems to have gone to trial, so we will find out the conclusion of this. I mean, if it's not guilty, if he pleads not guilty, then he's got to be proven that he's not guilty. And if he's proven that he's not guilty, then he can get on with his life, help Newcastle to become a force, not just in English football, but in European football, possibly in world club football. We're talking about someone who's got deep amount of money and beyond. You know, someone that wants to... He is someone who's going to try and help Newcastle blow the Premier League out of the water. You know, getting better players, better quality of signing. This Newcastle football team, over the next 2 to 3 years, I've said it before and I'll say it again, they'll overtake us if we're showing a lack of ambition. And at this present moment of time, my team are showing a lack of ambition. Where Newcastle United, they're going to do the opposite once this owner gets his life sorted out. I mean, they're already trying their hardest, yeah? I don't know if it's the authorities or through his ex-wife, or his ex-wife has urged the authorities, should I say. Yeah, his ex-wife has urged the authorities to not allow this Newcastle takeover to happen. In other words, she wants it blocked. Newcastle fans, football fans, do leave your comments below. Drive the thumbs up like button. And anyone, man, woman, youth, child, I don't give a toss. Please make sure you subscribe to DLG Reppin, this channel, which is me, yeah? So, I just thought I'd speak on that part of things. And moving on, now, I've spoken about the football season being voided. And as much as I don't want it to be voided, but the reality is we're not out of the coronavirus. It's still there. We're fighting the invincible enemy. And together, whether we like each other or not, yeah, as for the human life, we all need to pull through together and defeat this common enemy called the coronavirus. It is a common enemy. But we're not together. Only a minority are fucking it up. You got selfish, stupid cunts from my point of view, or from the UK point of view, meaning a place called London, England, or South London, England, in parks, flying kites, playing football, sunbathing, not following the 2-meter guideline rule. And I've said it a number of times, because of a lack of police on society and a lack of police in the UK or in England, which is fair enough and understandable. Why not deploy the army to go to the parks, every parks in England, and deal with the fucking idiots who do not adhere to the rules? I think it's a time like this that you need the army in the parks or around elsewhere. I don't know. Guys, drop your comments and your opinions below, yeah? That's what I'm doing this for. It's a matter of an opinion. And do drive the thumbs up, like button, more than the downs. And, yeah, subscribe to my channel. However, lives are more important than sport. Competitive or non-competitive, life is more important than sport. Let's face it, 25 days from now, European leagues have got some of the European leagues have got that timing to make a decision on whether they want to continue or not. I think it should be down to the authorities, meaning UEFA. You know, UEFA have got to make that decision. But for me, it seems too risky for me. So if that is the case, then they should void and nullify the season. Not just the English Premier League, Serie A. They've done it with the Dutch League. They've done it with Ligue 1 and 2. They've done it with the Belgian League. So I feel that they should do the same over here. The Bundesliga should be voided. I'll tell you something. The only reason why the Bundesliga has not been voided, because in Germany, the death toll has fallen down and further down. So there's less deaths in Germany, but that could increase instead of decreasing it again, because you're asking players to train. And then you're asking them to play a competitive match just to finish off the season. For me, that's a risk to life. Because if one player gets it, if one player gets the coronavirus and ends up dying, then what? The FA have got answers to questions. Not just to the club that he plays for, but to his family. He might have a wife. He might have kids that he has to leave behind. That footballer might have to leave their families behind through the death of coronavirus, just through greedy authorities such as the FA of the German League or the English Premier League. So I think it should be considered void just for health reasons. If it's to save lives, to save lives of the NHS staff, and to save your own life, then yeah, it should be voided. However, I've said what I've needed to say on this matter. If you want your say, then drop your comments below. Drive the thumbs up button up or down. And please, really, seriously, please subscribe to my channel, yeah? The more subscription, the better it is for me to do a future live stream, yeah? So it's DLG Reppin. I'm out. Peace, bless, and love, people.